Hello Libra, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I am Kay. I'm an astrologer, numerologist and spiritual witch here on YouTube. So Libra, what I see for you for the month of August is largely a pretty packed and fun-filled month for you, especially the first half of it. As we move through and we progress, by the time we get to the new moon towards the end, it looks as though for this particular sun sign there could be some breakthroughs in where you may be feeling held back or where you have been held back. So as we start the month, as we look over on the right hand side here, we've got the chart for the full moon. Before we get there, the sun will actually be in the sign of Leo as we start the month. So for you, this is surrounding your hopes, your dreams and your aspirations and the important people in your life. We call this the 11th house. So if you can look where we've got the arrow and number 2, this is where the sun's going to be for you. Now, what this translates for your sign is that with the sun's energy of health, growth, vitality, and helping things basically develop, your hopes and dreams could be the part of your life that is really blessed. If you dedicate the time and attention to it with the sun's energy here, that could help you. The other thing not to forget as well is that this area of life covers important people. So these are people that you're connected to, not in a romantic way, but you're connected to them because you have some kind of, I want to say like a business or a reason to be working together, or you network. So we have co-workers, friendships, we have people that we meet on social media that we get on really well with, but maybe we don't know in person. You know, people that we basically connect with that are outside of our romantic partners and normally outside of our family. So these are the important people. This is under the spotlight as we start the month. By the time we actually get to the full moon, which is here on the screen, which will happen on the 12th of August at 2:26 a.m. GMT, this is my local time. It could be the same day for you or the day after. It does depend where you are in the world. This Aquarius full moon is going to be surrounding your love life, and this is where I mean that for Libra you could have a very fun-filled and loving, romantic and quite a dynamic month with this part of your life, because this is where the full moon will be. So on the screen we've got an arrow and number 1. This is where the full moon will be for you. If we look on the chart again and we look for the pink circle at the top, we've got the moon, 19 degrees of Aquarius, and across from that we've got the sun at 19 degrees of Leo. This is what gives us a full moon, when we have these two energies in two opposite signs who see life quite differently. So around the full moon, it's all about love, romance, dating, creativity, children, and basically this is the area of life that we consider the house of risk and fun having. So I hope you have a wonderful full moon. Full moons do often bring about the need sometimes to make a decision, and I often say this because when you have like the sun and the moon in two signs that are completely opposite, they see life completely different, sometimes it can lead us to get to a point in our life where we need to make a decision. And for you Libra, it could well be around your love life, because this is where the full moon is happening, or it could well be in any other part of your life that you could be dealing with at the moment. So I hope you have a wonderful full moon week. Now this is your sister sign as well. It's an air sign full moon, so do make the most of it, because you know you are part of the air sign family. So go out, have fun, and by all means have a wonderful time. Now, two things that are happening around mid-month, around the full moon, that could also bring some flavor to your life is that we're going to have the planet Venus, which is a representation of love, money, art, beauty, and connects us to what we desire in life. She is going to move into the sign of Leo at 0 degrees on the full moon. Now on the chart, here she is. If you look down the bottom where we've got the pink circle, which is circling the sun at 19 degrees Leo, just to the left of that you've got something in a black circle. This is Venus here. You can see her symbol. She's at 0 degrees and you've got the sign of Leo above it. Now when we have a planet in a sign or move into a sign at 0 degrees, even in a person's birth chart if they're born with it like myself, or if it happens at an important time or in a day-to-day transit, it can indicate that this is an area of life where we, or that person who may have it in their birth chart, can start a new chapter and afresh. So on this particular full moon for you Libra, it looks as though this is with your hopes, dreams and aspirations and goals, because Venus is going to be in the same sign as where the sun will be, and also in the same position as where the sun will be, which will be your 11th house, as mentioned at the beginning of the horoscope. So you can start afresh, or it's a good time, because the universe is actually supporting you with your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations that you have in life, and also anything that you've got to complete or do with any important or key people in your life. Now, the sign that a planet is under at 0 degrees also gives us a bit of information on how we should approach this new chapter. Now, this being Leo, Leo is the sign that teaches us to go out, be bold, have fun, and also Leo is the sign which is quite self-indulgent, but not in a negative way. What Leo teaches us, in, you could say, from all of the zodiac signs, is how to enjoy the self, how to go out and have fun, and how to make time for you and do things for you. So whatever it is that you're desiring, Libra, any hopes, goals, dreams, aspirations, this full moon in Aquarius could be a good time to work on that. The second thing that's going on, if we go back over to the chart on the right hand side, is that we're going to have the moon form a conjunction with the planet Saturn. So up where we've got the moon on the top right hand side of the chart in pink, just to the left of that circled in black, we've got Saturn. Now, Saturn is the planet that deals with things like withdrawal, challenges, maturity, and also he's there to kind of help us to get things correct by really focusing in, but sometimes he does that by putting an obstacle in our way. Now, when he conjuncts with an energy like the moon, and when I say conjunct, I mean two planets that are working together, they're side by side, this can translate to a withdrawal or some kind of maturity or a change around how someone or how we here on earth feel about something emotionally. And this is because the moon is a representation of how we feel, emotions, and Saturn is what brings that withdrawal or maturity or kind of change or obstacle energy. So around this time, around the full moon, keep this in mind, because this energy is going to be, again, in the same area of life where the full moon is going to be. It's going to be around your love life, your romance, your dating, your creativity, your children, and your area of life of having fun. So down when we've got the arrow at number 1, it's going to be here in your 5th house. So around the full moon or mid-month or at some point this month, Saturn could kick off you having some kind of emotional changes about something or maturing about something in your life. It could well be to do with your 5th house, or it could well be to do with anything else in your life, but this aspect may set that off for you. So as we progress through the month and we get towards the end of the month, we've gone through the full moon and we get towards the end, the sun would have shifted from the sign of Leo and he will now be into the sign of Virgo. And this is where I see the breakthroughs happening for you, Libra, towards the end of the month, because the sun will be where we've got the arrow and number 1 on the chart here, your 12th house. And this is where we feel blocked. It's the house of restrictions. It's the house of where we feel held back, where we hold ourselves back, or where we think that other people, situations, places, or things could be holding us back. This is also the house that deals with things like law enforcement, mental well-being, and also hospitals, so large organizations. This is what we call the 12th house. So with the sun's energy here, we've got a completely different vibe with this house, because the sun is bringing blessings, growth, health, vitality. So this is why I feel that for Libra, potentially towards the end of the month, as we close out August, you could have some kind of breakthrough or some kind of support from the universe with wherever you feel blocked in your life. Or it could be a good time for you to think about how you personally will go about unblocking or removing any obstacles that you feel that you've got currently in your life, while you have the universe supporting you and you've got the sun here. The new moon for this month is going to be on the 26th of August at 9:18 a.m. This is GMT, my local time. It could be the same time for you, the same day, or it could be the day after, depending where you are in the world. But this is going to be a Virgo new moon. So if we look at the chart, and if we can see circled in black, we've got on the top kind of left hand side in house 11, we've got the sun and the moon. They are both here side by side, conjunct 4 degrees of the sign of Virgo. This is what gives us a new moon, when we have these two energies together in the sign same sign, same degree. Now for you Libra, this is going to fall in that same area of life, obviously, of where you feel blocked and where you feel held back. So again, new moons are an opportunity to start a new cycle. New moons can bring around going in new directions. New moons can bring around changing habits and so forth, because it's a brand new moon. It's a new opportunity. So I really feel that as we close out August, although it's a pretty fun-filled month for you, especially around your love life and so forth, towards the end, it's a good time to look at what circles or you want to start again, or what habits you want to break, or how you want to move through any challenges that you've got in your life, because you certainly do have the support from the universe. One other key thing that's happening around the new moon as we close out the month that will impact us all is that on the right hand side of the chart, you can see here we've got two symbols circled in pink. These are Uranus and the North Node. These two are going to form a conjunction, and as mentioned at the beginning of the horoscope, when energies conjunct, it's basically them working together because they are so close, so they're working together in a positive way. Now the North Node, which is the lighter green symbol at the bottom, this is about direction. This is where we should be going in life. It isn't a planet, it's a point of the moon, but it shows us where we should be going. This is about where you should be heading. And then just above that, we've got Uranus, which is the planet of unexpected changes. So these two forming a conjunction in the sign of Taurus, basically how this translates to all of us is, get ready for some kind of unexpected change with your direction. Now for Libra, I place this around your area of life to do with your finances, but this is finances that are shared. So like your debts, your taxes, could even be property. It's anything and everything that we share in life. This is the 8th house. So where we've got the arrow at number 2, this is where this unexpected change energy could fall for you. Now, although I've said finances, as I said, this is the area of life that we typically share. So it's anything down to shared time that you give to people, situations, places and things. It's also things like shared sexual desires, shared mutual feelings, anything that we have in life that is not ours that we share falls here. But typically when we think of the 8th house, we think of shared finances, but it's everything in reality. Now this is also the house of transformation. It's where things die away and something else comes in. It's the house of death and rebirth. So it could well be for the sign of Libra that there is an unexpected change to do with, as I said, your debts, your taxes, your finances, shared property, people, situations, places and things you give your actual time to. But not only that, just generally speaking, there could be some kind of transformation for Libra in your life, and you could go in an unexpected direction with something. Now, is this a bad thing? I certainly don't hope so, because you've got the North Node involved, or we all have the North Node involved, because this is going to impact on every single sun sign. But for you, you know, it is about direction in this part of your life. It's not the South Node where we want to leave things alone, or where we want to leave it away, or, you know, turn away from it. It is about where we should be heading. One other thing to say about this aspect, although we have Uranus, which is a planet that does cause real sudden, fast, quick, unexpected change, it is under the sign of Taurus, and so is the North Node. The sign can tell us a lot about how we should be taking our approach when it comes to unexpected changes that we maybe need to prepare for as we close out August. Taurus is not a sign to do things willy-nilly. It's not a sign to do things last minute. It's a fixed sign. It's a sign that deals with things like stability, the long-term security, comfort. This isn't a sign to just dash out and do something without really thinking about it. So what the universe is kind of saying to us all is, okay, cool. If you're going to go in this unexpected direction or make an unexpected change in your life, which I'm supporting everybody on the planet with at the moment, that is fine. But take Taurus's approach and plan for it well. Make sure that it's solid, make sure that you're thinking of the long term, and don't just do things willy-nilly. So in other words, we all need to prepare for unexpected changes. We all can take this opportunity as we close out the month of August to make unexpected changes in our life, but how we do about it should be quite considerate, is what the universe is saying. And for you, it's, you know, around that area of life that I said, shared finances, debts, taxes, property, your time you give to people, and generally it's your area of life that deals with transformation. So this could well be not in just that part of your life, but any other part of your life that needs to transform. So that's pretty much it, Libra. That's what I have for you for the month of August. It's a pretty quiet month, so it's a pretty quick but detailed horoscope for you this month. And I really hope that there was something here to help you plan your month and, you know, go about your day. So please do give the video a like if so, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates. And as always, if you are new here, then why not subscribe? I'd love to see you here again. So have a wonderful month, Libra. Enjoy the full and new moon energy. It certainly looks like a fun-filled month, and I will see you in September for your reading then.